Okay, everybody, this is the Columbus Moving Image Art Review number 42. We're going to start here in a few minutes, but we're going to start off with a local musician's work. It goes by Doc Ribs and also goes by Tech Shaman 1972. He has a few different pseudos because he makes a lot of different music. This is 12 Monkeys. Enjoy the listen while we get ready to start the show.
Myself if I could. And into the sun will we melt as there's still time to run. I saw a man die today. What was I thinking on that day? I cooked her breakfast, put flowers on her car. I watched her as she slept, and I told myself that we would marry. Just sits there inside and says, remember me. 10 years down the road, wake up, wake up. You remember me, don't you? I was here before. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Though I've known you for so long, why can't you help me? Why can't you fill it with, oh, fill it in with myself if I could. Into the sun will we melt as there's the time to run. I saw a man die today. What was I thinking on that day? I cooked her breakfast, put flowers on her car. I watched her as she slept. I told myself that we would marry. There is no attrition. There is no innocence except blue-eyed child, like a question mark at the end of civilization. A word we made up that means something to us. I cannot hide 12 monkeys in my attic. I cannot sleep without the ocean. I've gotta have it. I cannot think unless I hear static. And I remember the rush when I held the gun. Do you think that for a split second I wanted to silence you? Myself, what do? I study and observe. People are a part of nature, haven't you heard? And not as predictable as you might think. We were born and young. Now we're branded, scar tattooed. A few too many, that's what we would say. Were we wrong? Were we wrong? Few too many, that's what we used to say. I'm shaking again. This time it's for real.
Hello, everybody. This is Matt Swift. This is my partner, Nikki. I always end up doing the introductions here. Welcome to the Columbus Moving Image Art Review number 42. If you've been to a Columbus Moving Image Art Review event before, you know we do this 4 times a year. We show local work from the Central Ohio and surrounding area only. It's free to submit, it's free to attend. We usually do this in some kind of festival setting, in a theatrical setting, but you know, this is the world right now. So we're taking this live online. We're doing a live broadcast. It's an hour and a half. My partner, Nikki, she's kind of running the show here. You can see the laptop in front. So this is the live broadcast. So tonight we've got about 21 films. It's by 13 different artists, collaborators, you name it. We got a wide mix of stuff that's, you know, we have some, we're going to start off with some narrative films. We're going to bounce around a bit. Some narrative, some documentary, move into some experimental music and graphic work. Just come back out and we're going to do some more narrative. We even got some more serial type of stuff with a YouTube series we're going to show a little bit of. There's a ton of work in here tonight. Like I said, 21 short pieces. It's about an hour and a half. So just to give you a little background, it's the Columbus Moving Image Art Review. We've been around since 2009. That's why this is number 42. So this is our 10th year anniversary. In the fall, that was our 40th show. And we've been doing this 4 times a year, me and Nikki. Through our company, Nicolette Cinematographics, we basically make all of this kind of stuff happen to give back to the local community here in Columbus, Ohio. And so if you're finding this on YouTube, that's great. You can go to YouTube. So if you're finding this on Facebook and YouTube is easier, just look up Nicolette Cinematographics on YouTube. It'll actually work on your TV app. You can switch over there. You can stay on Facebook. We're going to try to monitor chat during the show. So I'm going to be on Facebook. Nikki's going to be on YouTube. So if you want to chat with us about the show while you're doing it, that's great. The show is set up, so I think on YouTube and Facebook, there should be the listing of the titles of the films, who made them, and a running time for each piece. So you know, okay, this piece is about 8 minutes, this piece is about 3 minutes, right? So you can kind of time stuff if there's something you're really looking forward to watching.
If it's not on YouTube, I will fix that.
Yeah, I think I got it updated, but we'll see. These things are always hit or miss these days because we're broadcasting out right now to Facebook and YouTube and Twitter all simultaneously, and you just never know what's going to happen when you got all 3 of these things running at once. So if you do get disconnected for some reason and it's having trouble, jump to one of the other places. We've found that YouTube has been really solid lately, but Facebook and Twitter has been a little spotty because of all the activity. So if you find that Facebook goes down, jump over to YouTube, continue watching the show if you want to watch the show. Feel free to send us any messages while you're watching.
Make sure you look up the artist.
Yeah, make sure to look up the artists. We'll try to do a shout out at the end and see what we can do, but like you've got their names there. While the films are playing, there's gonna be a title between each piece, and it's just gonna run as a show. We're gonna hit go. It's gonna be an hour and a half long of short pieces back to back with a title that tells you what the piece is and who made it. You'll see the film, and then it'll move to the next one after that. So I wanna thank everybody for tuning in tonight. If you're tuning in, this will be up. So if you find that you have to run away and you miss something, you can come back to it. That's not a problem. It'll be up and available afterwards. So I hope you all enjoy the show tonight. This was really, we had planned to do it on this night live in Columbus, Ohio, in a theater setting, and it just, all these things happened, and we were like, well, let's just keep the date. Let's find a way. We can make this work, right? So we're down here in our basement studio. We've got this whole thing set up and ready to go for you tonight so we can showcase this work, and I think people are going to be really happy. It's a really amazing mix of stuff tonight, music videos, you know, couple melodrama, you know, kind of young college kid melodrama stuff, experimental landscape. Like, I mean, it's all over the place, which is pretty typical for Columbus Moving Image Art Review. All right, so thank you everybody for tuning in. We're gonna go to the show now. So enjoy the show. Feel free to chat with us on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll be back at the end of the show to say a few words. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Jonas. What's up, man? How you doing? It's been a while. How's it going?
I've been really busy, man, you know.
Yo, Sarah Walter's been checking me out all night, dude.
Is that liquor?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, man, Sarah Walter. 10 body, 10 personality. She's posting her Snapchat stories, her Instagram. She's definitely down.
Does Megan know you're on Tinder?
No, we actually broke up last week.
Hey, man, I didn't mean anything, but
Nah, don't worry about it. People break up all the time. It's whatever. Bro, check out the tits on this girl.
Yeah, see, bro.
Are you alright? You love tits.
Hey, I gotta piss.
Alright.
I told you I'm gonna try to alternate holidays. No, thanks. I already told Dad I was gonna spend Thanksgiving with him. I don't know what you want from me. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Shit! Oh, fuck.
Yo, man, you alright?
Can I show you something?
So you wanted to show me a box?
Yeah, I wanted to show you a box. No, dumbass. Open it.
Holy shit. Is that a dog?
What's left of it?
What the hell's it doing in your trunk? Jonas,
I couldn't just leave it there.
you absolutely could have left it there.
You have a shovel at your place, right?
You trying to bury it? Hey, so, how are things? You know, with your parents?
They're fine. It's fine.
You know, I hear it's like 50% now, man. Look, man, it's not like a huge deal. I mean, dogs die all the time. Plus, it was pretty old. It was only a matter of time.
You think I don't know that?
Look, dude, I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying, we don't have to talk about it. Okay? Can you just help me fucking bury this? Go get it from the trunk. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's your problem, bro?
It wasn't your fault.
What?
I mean, you can't just blame yourself for it. All right, it was gonna happen, and there's nothing that you could do about it. It fucking sucks, but you just can't keep pretending like nothing ever happened. Let's talk about it. What's this?
The ocean, an amorphous wonder, the liquid prison in which I am kept, anchored to you by my blistered wrists and my raw ankles. I didn't get to let go, seamlessly, slowly. I was ripped from you without care, caught and tossed back into this shapeless blue, bruised, used up, yet somehow still in love. As the clouds of my blood begin to clear, I see only an ever-deepening navy. This arouses in me an insatiable curiosity. So I spend my every hour here, pondering, thinking, dreaming. I dream of ways that maybe I could catch you, keep you. And sometimes I dream of a day where I could escape. I am trapped between two realms. I float above the lustrous, cold black, and below the calm, watery ceiling, the portal through which I cannot yet pass. The glow of the moon is rippling overhead. I stare into it, lingering, lonely, motionless. I am hypnotized, and time is completely still.
Kiss and turn to your side, twist the lamp, say goodnight. Do you sleep with your eyes open? Do you red and cracked, glazed and dry, losing track of place and time? Look up to the crown molding and please keep going. There you are, feeling warm. Wander through night, wander till morning. Are you restless with your feelings tonight? Feelings tonight, feelings, feelings. Are you looking at your ceiling tonight? Ceiling tonight, ceiling, ceiling. Looking at where it meets the wall, thinking we could have had it all. Are you restless with your feelings tonight? Feelings tonight, ceiling, ceiling. Does it play in your head as a dream in your car, like old cassettes? Do you wonder about my life as the wall becomes the ground? Would you say that you miss me? I don't even care if you don't love me. But would you say that it'd be nice if I came around? And although we were nothing, I still dwell in a nightly hell with it all. Baby roses, I am choking on the thorns of a beautiful bud. Are you restless with your feelings tonight? Feelings tonight, feelings, feelings. Are you looking at your ceiling tonight? Ceiling tonight, ceiling.
Boss,
Yeah.
ain't you gonna get tested?
No.
Are you ever gonna get tested?
No.
Well, I'm gonna get tested.
You're only supposed to get tested if you have symptoms, Sam.
Boss, let's get out of here.
No, sir. Waiting for a lady. She's coming back. I know she's coming back.
Let's open up a Zoom account.
Shut up and go home, will ya?
No, sir.
First it was COVID-19, then it was her. Well, I guess that's the way that it is. One in, one out. Sam, do you know what time it is in Samoa?
My watch stopped.
I bet they're all asleep. They don't have a single case of the virus. Of all the gin joints, of all the towns in all the world, she had to walk into mine. What's that you playing?
Just a little something on my own.
Well, stop it, you know what I want to hear.
No, I don't.
I can't get it out of my head. If she could stand it, I can. Play it!
Well, I don't know if I could remember it.
All right, so how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm kind of nervous, honestly, because I'm really hoping that like I can play my music, and I'm hoping that all goes well. I hope they listen to the fucking lyrics too. Maybe it's me expecting too much because everyone's probably drunk.
This man says real things. He isn't just bit of a. Although sometimes he's just bit of a bit, but most of the time he's got real shit to say.
I'm not from here. I'm from Illinois. We had this thing called the Rockford Hip Hop Congress in my city, and there were like a few people in the Congress that like they danced and they rapped too, and that's kind of how I got into it. I love just seeing wordplay. Like I love seeing double entendres, or I love seeing puns. I love making them. I love metaphors and things like that. Cool.
So, what do you write about?
Everything. So there was this group of jewel thieves I learned about once. They're called the Pink Panthers. Is one time in 4th grade, it was the summer of 4th grade, I had and one thing that became popular at parties in like the Bronx, and like the Psycho Iki, I thought they were really cool because like they gave the samurais rifles. Just very awkward and anxious feeling. And there are certain lines in like the song I Have Dreams where I kind of like reference that. One day standing up for myself won't be so hard, or one day I'll feel respected. But as far as my childhood generally, I grew up with a single mom, so I grew up without a dad. My dad committed suicide when I was really young. And I have that was like my stepdad. I have like another dad who I didn't really know much about till later in my life, but my mom basically left him, and he was like in Atlanta. So I grew up with a single mom. I don't think my mom really gets rap music, so it's whatever. But I mean, every time she sees me perform, or it's only been a few times, but every time I can remember, she's always been like, "Oh, did you write that?" And I'd be like, "Yeah," and then she'd be like, "Oh, good job," and that was kind of the end of it.
The prodigal son himself, Julian Gufko. He has nothing to fear.
This is the smoothest man I've ever met.
Damn.
I wish I could be half as smooth as Tom. I mean, he just walks around with a tenor saxophone. Like, come on. I made a love story for Valentine's Day, but the girl is named Ambition, and it's about how I can never do anything and get shit done.
Have you ever written about an ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You won't be hearing those songs. My mom, she dated a few people who, just to put it frankly, they were stalkers, and I don't mean that lightly. I mean we had to get them restraining orders. There was one talent show event that I performed in 9th grade, or not a talent show event. It was for an assembly at the auditorium we had, but it was in 9th grade, and to this day, people back in my hometown still tell me they remember it, and I think it's the same. That's the coolest thing. So I can think of songs where people talk about things like how they feel like their failures in life, or I can think about songs where people talk about how they feel like they're not good fathers, things like that. People, a lot of times, I feel they judge how good their life is by the stories and the memories they have. Try and change that. So I perform to say hey, look at me, I'm doing something. This is something about me that might be positively viewed by people, right? And so it allows me to be free in a sense. I mean, like, I feel like kind of like everybody. I have like just certain things I want out of life. I asked my friend Grayson, like, I got drunk and I told people just to ask me anything because I thought it'd be fun. And he asked me what my dream life was like, so I think this will answer your question, right? I think the first thing is I'm not in school. Like, I love school and I love learning, but the problem for me is I've always been in school and I feel like I can't improve or grow as a person if I stay here. I think one of the problems of our generation is that we recognize there's a kind of crisis, but we don't know what to do about it. And I feel the same here. Like, I know there's some kind of problem with me staying in school, but I ultimately can't solve it and therefore become desensitized. So that's the first thing. I think the second thing, which I don't tell many people, is I have a very big desire for a kind of companionship. Growing up, I've had very bad experiences in this area, and it's given me the impression that pursuing any kind of romantic thing is in itself wrong. Not to mention, I lived in a household with people who called literal stalking love, and this is something I really have to combat. I want to get some kind of relationship, not because it'd make me feel less lonely or whatever, but because it would signify to me that I finally got over this part of my past, which is a very tall order in my mind. So there you go, and there's my answer to your question.
Greetings. Hope you're happy that you see me on this rap shit. I got the W like Waluigi. Now if you don't know me, know the crowds I'm known for pleasing. Not Houdini could escape from the trances they're receiving by my stances that proceeding from the hand of Archimedes. Cause believe me, man, I'm leading like Suzuki Magawichi. So feast your eyes, seek and find the best one where this region lies. If you disagree, just speak your mind. See if you can think and bring around someone who can beat me by speaking. If he's being wise, so leave and hide. Even if he doesn't, I'll beat him blind. Leave his weeping eyes so red, you might think a demon rides, or that he stepped on Maine the day that weed was legalized.
You'd have a better bet believing that Hannibal was vegan, or that samurais actually was Swedish. So relax, take a seat, buckle belts and feel the breezes from my flows that lift the spirits like a Ouija. Back like the prodigal son, and I'll stay till my coffin will come. Bring the flame like sriracha and run. I'm so sharp with the words, I'm like Baraka with tongue.
Let's hear it for Julian Jeff. Go!
Hey guys.
Just listen on. See, me and ambition never get along. Let's just say I move forward, never finish strong, but we always bicker on the phone. See, she lives in Futurama while I move to the Renaissance, away from my intentions, vested in the vestiges I'm dependent on. And ambition's always nagging me emphatically. She doesn't know the half of me, since I never took her to my study or my practice. See, I'm trying to replace her with some magazines, just keep it low, even though she needs to know. Wait, she probably does.
The truth is often not what we wish it to be. The truth can feel like a weapon, as it threatens the comfort you find in ignorance, in the bliss of unknowingness, and in the warmth of denial. As the harpoon plunges into the flesh of the whale, the truth has impaled me. The hole it has left in place of my heart is opened for the ocean to pour in, pulling me all the way down to my sodden grave. As I sink, everything grows colder. The dark consumes me. I am alone. And I realize all we will ever really have is ourselves. That is the truth. The disruptive, disappointing, and disenchanting truth. Inside of my isolation, all I have is me.
Yeah, my ego's big like the briny. I'm so bonito, bright and shiny. I gladly take this princely honor to knock you out, you are a goner. I know you miss my face, the fuckers want this style and grace, but of course I am the winner, but I'll skip my chicken dinner. I gotta look good for my camera, fat bitches only sing at the opera. Don't need your admiration, as long as I love me. Call me dark narcissist, everyone else cease to exist. Call me dark, what you wish. Call me dark narcissist. You see me staring so lovingly, dipped my head in and said you are everything. You may call it insecurity, that's not the case. This fake, please. In mirrors I gaze while you say my insides are ugly, but no apologies, I just love me. You're just mad I don't want you to fuck me. I sense your envy, and I laugh when you try to offend me. I know you want to send me flowers, I mean look at this. So call me dark narcissist, everyone else cease to exist. Call me dark, what you wish. Call me dark narcissist. Lonely at the looking pond, lovely at the wishing well. There's something new, I have grown fond, luring me to my own self. I don't get off, I'm not insane, not obsessed though I am vain. I value what lies with my veins. It sucks like tentacles, blows like geysers. Oh, the world's just too pretty for us all. And when I start to feel like I don't have to hide, you fear that I may fall into my own reflection. Dark, dark, dark,
All I'm asking is for you to get your Ramadan on once a year.
I'm not starving myself for no fake ass Muslim.
You don't do it for me, you do it for Allah.
You don't even do it for Allah. Y'all, the last time I went to the mosque, he asked me to sell Gucci print hijabs to all the women.
You can't say dollar without Allah. What? Muslims can't flex?
But you still go to church.
How you gonna go to church and be a Muslim?
Easy. I like bacon, that's Christian, and I don't like white people, that's Muslim.
Whatever. No religion allows you to be a racist.
I am not a racist. I'm just selective. I give you an example. If I went to sleep and woke up tomorrow morning and there were no more white people, I'd smoke a blunt and keep it pushing.
That is so racist.
Listen, aside from your husband's racist point of views, Jen, do you have any problem with his choice of religions?
No. His beliefs fit my beliefs. Just not as specific. I believe in the goodness of human spirit. So do good and good will come back to you.
You're right. That isn't specific. How do y'all make that work?
Well, I think it works because, in the end, we're all just guessing, right? Whichever big homie in the sky you think there is, we can all agree it's all the same.
Nah, nigga. If your God doesn't have a son named Jesus, it's not my God.
Well.
Excuse me. It's what the rest of us believe.
Oh, no, we don't. Wrong again. I don't believe in God. I believe in the consciousness and intellect of mankind.
I'm gonna need you to explain that a little bit more, bruh.
I to the ideals of good and bad, right and wrong, God and the devil. I believe that each man has the right to make his own choices, and the morality of those choices are determined by societal norms.
Why don't you just say I'm an atheist next time?
Really?
I know. Public school behavior.
Exactly. So, baby, I'm a hustler by nature. It's what I do to provide for me and our family. And when I see an opportunity to make us some money, I gotta take it.
And I love your hustle. It's just that in some situations, I feel like it's inappropriate. Like church and the mosque. It has you come off sometimes as fake. And that's far from who you are.
Neil, you might want to listen to her. Because we're your friends, and you get on our nerves with that shit. By a show of hands, how many people in here have dodged a phone call from Neil because you thought he was trying to sell you something?
Okay, cool. Willis, Carter, y'all can find y'all a new weed man.
Hold up. You told me that was Egyptian parsley.
It is. I just left off the OG, baby.
And with that said, I'm about to take a shit, and I'm not gonna flush.
Rob, how you gonna cut your sister off that top notch?
If you think
oh, he is petty. Neil, you petty?
That nigga be snitch.
Disgusting.
I can't believe you.
Look, baby, he said it was the top.
Just shut up.
It was just the tippy. Grunt. Highest.
Make me sick.
So I have a question. When you two start having children, how will you raise them?
Catholic, of course.
Oh, no, we're not. Father McCain tickling the back of my son's kneecaps.
They are not all pedophiles.
But didn't your brother Travis change his name to Traviance after he visited with that priest?
Oh, that was after he visited my uncle Priestess.
Man, listen, this conversation is nonsense. You don't even practice being Catholic. The last time you were at church, there's no Willis and Belinda's wedding.
First off, I drink wine every Sunday, and I love bread. That counts as communion.
This is ridiculous. You about as Catholic as Neil is Muslim.
Why? Why do you got my name in your mouth again?
Man, this is just happenstance. I don't even know what we're arguing. Carter doesn't even want kids.
Monty, so were your parents also atheist?
No. My mother and father were pastor and first lady.
So you're a PK?
Yes.
How do you go from PK to atheist?
My mother.
You said she was a first lady. Did she change her beliefs too?
No. She died. Listen, I was a devout Christian until my mother started deteriorating from cancer. I prayed, I cried, I sang praises all the way to the Most High, hoping they would send a blessing down to my mother. Nothing ever happened. I watched those bills got larger and larger, right up until the point of where it crushed my dad, and he had to file bankruptcy. What that taught me is that if there is a God, he's a cruel one. And if that's something we're gonna believe in, I don't wanna believe in anything at all. But let me tell you what I do believe. I need a drink.
First I have it just as tell me your story.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
okay.
Okay. Well, like his name, all that, or his story. Yeah.
However it comes to your head.
Okay. I was 9, and my brother was 14 at the time. Everyone was home but my dad. It was super late at night, and one of his friends came over and was like, hey, does DJ want to come over and play? My mom was like skeptical. She's like, it's really late, maybe another time, but she let him go because he really wanted to hang out with his friends. And another boy had joined them. So he came over with a thing of eggs and was like, hey, let's throw them at cars. My brother did not participate in throwing the eggs, but he was still present. But so one dude specifically, he was young, 18, he was driving with his dad and got very upset and had a gun in his car. And so he got out and started chasing the boys, my brother and his friends. And they started running. And my brother, like, we didn't live in that specific part of the area, so we didn't know it super well. So they just started running. The guy, like, chased them, and my brother tried to jump the fence behind someone's house, and the guy had shot him in the back. And my brother was dead immediately. And so the guy, I'm assuming, had got away. His dad, I'm guessing, was the driver. I remember waking up like that morning to my dad was crying in the kitchen. My mom was like just kind of pacing and wandering around, so I just kind of sat on the steps wondering what was going on. I don't remember specifically like what they had told me, if they had told me anything, but I just remember seeing my dad crying. I remember like my parents saying the cops had showed up around 12 telling them what was going on, and then I don't remember a year after. It is all blocked out of my mind. Majority of the time I've been like numb and not thought too much about it. One really cool like thing is that I've felt a lot of joy, appreciation for like life, and especially for like my siblings. I just kind of think about all the stuff we like did together. Sometimes I feel okay and I'm like, you're fine, you'll see him eventually, hopefully. And other times I don't want to think about it ever because I'm like, that's something that's really horrible and should never have happened. You just kind of have to like cry. Like, it's okay to cry. It's fine to do those things. It's okay to like feel. I never thought about the guy being in jail. And then last year I remember like wanting to go and visit him, and like talked about it with one of my friends, and they had brought up to me like, would you ever expect this person to like be in heaven? And I was like, whoa, why? Like, they took someone so important away from me. But I was like, I would ask them. I'm like, I would just want to know, like, are they happy? Or like, why did they make that choice of like killing a kid? Because I never thought about it before until now, but I just would like to know if they knew who God is. For my brother to be killed was not God's fault at all. It was the man who chose to murder a kid because it was his choice, and people have free will. And God is just as sad as like I am for one of his kids like being taken away. God sent his own son to literally die for all of the things that we did. And like having that sacrifice is literally insane. It gives me a lot of hope to like really hope that my brother is there like in heaven, and that I get to spend like time with him again. Would be really cool. I think coming from my experience and from what I went through and being so young, I I've seen how like dark this world is, and have a good understanding how easy things can be taken away from you. I love like people more than I should sometimes. I appreciate people a lot more in life, because that is like what has helped me most of all, is the people that I've chosen to like be around. You don't like move on from it, but you learn how to deal with it.
You may not notice me, you may not even care. I look at that look in your eyes, it hurts to see the fear. I wish there were more that crystal sky high, hallowed be thy name. These players got some wicked games. One that you find unique with its design, but really they're all the same. Oh, it's hard to realize we're all just copies in disguise. Sacred master of the skies, you roam my streets a million times. Anyone can walk on water, everyone is saying it. Everyone's some holy father, everyone is praising it. We can make a wine from water, everyone created this. Love ain't nothing special, don't bother with tears. Every day, Jesus. Every day, Jesus, because love means nothing, nothing. Every day, Jesus, every day, Jesus, every day, every day. Ooh, love.
So the drive wasn't bad?
No. 6 hours is 6 hours. No, but I really was taking time to text my friends back at ISU. They really miss me. There's a football game this Saturday, and I'm not able to
Chicago's
go.
awesome.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, they've been texting the group chat saying how much they love me and miss me. I wish I was there.
I'm really glad you came to visit. Alright, what the hell was that? You're giving me the face.
Please. What are you talking about?
Never mind. Forget about it. That cute boyfriend and girlfriend in some chick flick. Just madly in love.
That's funny.
I didn't get to tease him about it though, because he stayed the night at Sarah's house. But she's got an apartment, and she's only a freshman. Now, who has that kind of money? Anyways, she throws parties every weekend. Last time, this group of guys brought an entire litter of puppies. Like, where do you find an entire litter of puppies?
Are they fun?
What?
The parties.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been to any.
Chicago is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And I'm here for 4 years, while you're in Iowa.
Cool! I get it, you want me here in the same place as you, going to the same school, but you know that I financially can't do that, so stop complaining.
Come on, it was a joke. I was joking.
Well, guess what? I pick up on stuff too. Like what you've been saying all night about your roommate and his freaking girlfriend and how she's always over and how they're so cute.
Do you ever wonder if we're just two lonely people and we just latched onto each other and just accepted it as love?
I've tried everything, y'all, but he won't stop saying bitches at the end of every sentence.
I wonder where he gets that from.
Not me. I only use that word at the beginning of my sentences and never around the kids. Now he's the one over there making EPs called 10,000s of bitches.
Nigga, it's 1,000 and it's a mixtape, not an EP.
Beginning or ending, he shouldn't be saying it.
It's just a word. Kids should have the freedom to express themselves.
He can express himself in plenty of ways, Lynn. He doesn't have to use that word. It's deplorable.
Deplorable? It could have been an honest expression of how he felt.
Yeah, and I honestly expect you to feel that way, being that back in the day you was Snoop Dogg's personal assistant. Or whatever the hell that means.
Yeah, you're right. But back then, you could look down and not see your stomach.
Bitch, you ain't even know me when I was skinny. It's just a word, right? Yeah, I think I won that one.
Yeah, but you lost the panani.
Look, we can't act like the word doesn't exist, okay? We just have to teach the proper context for the usage.
Thank you.
Okay, so when is it appropriate for a man to call a woman a bitch?
After you finish a bottle of Henny and he bends you over that desk and slaps that ass, girl.
Okay, mommy.
My nigga.
Shoot, baby, we gotta get a desk.
It'll be here Thursday.
Man, wait a damn minute. I don't drink no Hennessy.
You used to. That's all you was hitting in Cancun.
Cancun? I've never even been to Mexico.
Oh, shit. Baby, my bad. That was somebody else. I'm sorry, babe. It's that weed, babe. It's that weed.
You know what, baby? I can't wait to get you home. We got hella desk at the crib.
You're right. That we can lend to Jennifer and Neil, since we don't need them.
Damn. Hey, you right. I lost.
Look. We're getting off track, all right? Little Jerome. Now, y'all know how Little Jerome...
How many times I got to tell you it is pronounced Gyro? Like the gyro? Because I love them shits and so did my daddy.
The name is a tribute.
All right, whatever. Like I was saying, Little Jerome, he wasn't calling a woman a bitch, all right? He was just using the word. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
Come on.
Okay, so y'all cool with your kids using profanity?
I have to be, thanks to this one.
For the last time, I do not curse around the kids.
I know you don't, but they watch you practice your stand-up, and I have to explain it to them.
You don't have to explain shit. They're kids. You just tell them that daddy can say whatever the hell he wants because daddy pays all the damn bills. When they pay all the damn bills, they can say whatever the hell they want to.
That's hypocritical.
No, that's parental.
Not a word.
Nigga, if you know what I meant, it's a word.
No. So who had you ever been over desks in Mexico?
Does it matter? That was before you anyway.
You sure? Let me find out you was in these streets being somebody's little sombrejo.
Monty, you are 2 seconds away from me calling you boo-boo and clapping my hands, emphasizing my anger.
Listen here, your public school PhD having ass don't scare me. I'm from the Youngstown.
How you gonna come at me like that? Boo-boo,
Lead Hennessy PhD, get it together. Listen here, I swear to God, yours coming out of me.
I wish you would some bread.
Oh shit, she clapping her hands.
You gotta get in there.
Hey. Oh my God, listen here. I'll tell you. Hey, sit your ass down. All right, look. This is a good time for a break. Why don't we go get some drinks?
It's a good idea,
Calm you down.
Yeah.
You got any hit? You know that shit is funny.
Nah, she just extracted damn pills, man.
Yeah, I know, bro. She was back to the block too.
I told her she a weed Henny PhD, man.
Hey, man, I told you, if you want to be real, nigga, don't marry her. I should have.
Glad to see you two are back to being peaceful.
Yeah.
My man has hit this way too many times to be worried about my past.
That's right, baby.
Because I was over here confused. Like, why would you be so agitated over some random trips with a Mexican and then still be cool kicking with Willis so much?
Why would I have a problem hanging out with Willis? Hold up. Wait a minute. You two used to...
All right, hey everybody. That was our show tonight. Columbus Moving Image Art Review, number 42. Again, my name is Matt Swift. This is my partner, Nikki Swift, with Nicolette Cinematographics. We put this show on 4 times a year. It's free to submit, free to attend. If you got films, it's for Central Ohio and the surrounding area to submit films only. And so submit your stuff to us. I mean, if we end up getting something where we can go much bigger than that, then that's great. But this show will be about that. We will do another show. We had originally planned to do a show for the Vanderelli Room in July. So we plan to do that. It'll happen no matter what. We're either going to be at the Vanderelli Room helping her get rebooted in person, or we're going to be right here again in July, probably late July. So if you're Central Ohio and you've got work, make it, submit it. You saw tonight, John Maslowski, that piece, Casablanca 19, I'm pretty certain that was a Zoom call. That was like a Skype or a Zoom call. He recorded that, but then made it look like a Casablanca scene and quoted some of that and just recorded it. You can actually record a Zoom call, right? So this is, be creative. There's all kinds of cool stuff right now. Right here in Columbus, Ohio is the Columbus International Film and Animation Festival. We moderated a talk earlier today that was a Zoom call. You can find it on our feed on YouTube. We had filmmakers from all over Columbus and elsewhere in the U.S., and we even had a filmmaker from Poland Skyping in, Zooming in, and we could talk to them and talk about all kinds of questions with COVID-19. And one of the big things is be creative. Like, what is film? What is art? What is everything gonna look like in this world right now that we're all living in and dealing with? Make some stuff, use your phone, anything, and then send it to people. Get some feedback, send it to us. Let's see if we can play it. All that, that's what we're about. That's what we've always been about. And I'm getting a little emotional. I'm just happy everybody tuned in and watched tonight. I hope you really enjoyed the show. I hope the filmmakers appreciate everybody that came in and watched. And you'll be able to share this. It's going to be on YouTube. It'll be on Twitter. It'll be on Facebook. You should be able to share it out somehow with people, let them know about it. If you can't share it directly on your feed, you should be able to post a link to the event or something some way and be able to show them to come and watch this content. So thank you everybody who has tuned in tonight. If you're on the Facebook feed or on the YouTube feed, you know, we actually have the ability to do Zoom. So right now, I've actually got Zoom booted up. Jay Rivers, one of our people, the collaboration. So the piece, the High Street piece, that was mine. Jay's probably one of my oldest friends. We met in 1996 when I graduated high school and started working at Polaris Amphitheater. For those in Columbus, that's, you know, Polaris Shopping Mall. That doesn't exist anymore, Polaris Amphitheater. It's where IKEA is now. We worked there as stage crew people, you know, he helps me do a lot of the music collaboration for the work that I make. So he's joined the call here. I'm going to admit him to the call. So we're going to do a Zoom call. There's a link on Facebook and there's a link on YouTube. So if you watched the show tonight and you want to join and kind of hang out for a minute and talk about the show, then that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, mute yourself over there.
So I'm going to turn the volume down on my computer. There we go. Boom. All right. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's movingimageart.wordpress.com. And, you know, go there. We'll have a call for submissions up. You can always check the Facebook page to find out more information. It'll be sometime in July. So if you're in Central Ohio, submit your work, and we'll see you next time. You got anything, Nikki?
I think I want to add, like, this was, in a way, almost more powerful. Like, yeah, we didn't get to be in person and hang out and talk about our work together the way we always do, but we had this chat on YouTube and this chat on Facebook, and like we got to reach people that in New York and people in Chicago and a friend in Arizona who used to be here. And so like for me it was almost better.
Yeah, one of the viewers tonight, like, she used to come to the shows on a regular basis and then moved away from Ohio and so could never make it. We would try to send her copies of the show when we could, and I actually, we were trying to get a bunch of them together to send to her. And because we were able to do this streaming thing here, we were able to just send that. She could just watch it tonight. She was really active on the conversations. It was pretty amazing. Like, it's just, this is great. This is what we can do with where we're at right now. This is, you know, let's share the work we make. Let's share our lives with each other. Every piece tonight was important to what we're going through right now, I feel. And our call for submissions was up like way early. It was before things got locked down. It was up, and some of these were submitted in early March before anything had really happened yet. So everyone was already feeling an anxiety in a way. So do you have anything else to add tonight?
I think I am just moved, and yeah, let's take this over to Zoom. So there's a link up above in the comments on YouTube and Facebook, and I think we're gonna stop the show here and move over and hang out. So feel free to join us.
All right. Everybody have a good night. Be safe. Have a great weekend. If we see you on Zoom, we see you. If we don't, we'll see you at some point. Feel free to message us anytime. Nicolette Cinematographics, Matt Swift, Nikki Swift. You can find us pretty much anywhere you want. Look us up, find us, send us a message. Have a good evening. Thank you very much.